Hello, is my voice audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, my dear good homeopaths. Today, our member, Mr. George, is taking guest lecture on biochemic combinations or biochemic drugs in homeopathy. Mr. George is an Indian Engineering Service officer of 86 batch. He is a graduate engineer in electronics and telecommunications and has MBA in HR. He had served Government of India in various capacities for 41 years and got wide-ranging experience in broadcast technology, radar engineering, mining electronics, human resource development. As an IAS officer, he served radio and Doordarshan at Calcutta, Delhi, Visakhapatnam, LAP and many other project sites. He was a faculty of National Academy of Broadcasting Multimedia, Delhi from 1999 to 2006 and later he was head of the academy as an additional director general from 2013 to 2019. I wish him all the success. Please George sir, you can take up the class.
Thank you, sir. Is it audible to everyone?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Murthy, sir, for giving me that opportunity to speak again in this MPHF forum. It's my third lecture. So I am very glad and excited about it. So once again I thank all my gurus in MPHA, Dr. Surendra, Dr. Murthy and other faculty members for extending their knowledge to us so that we can practice homeopathy. Friends, we were attending the homeopathy classes for now almost 3 years I think, and we have been benefited with a lot of inputs from everyone, and we have come to a position that we are in a position to take clinical practice. So while going through the lectures, always we were getting some reference of biochemic salts. Whenever there is a discussion in the class, along with homeopathic medicines, there is to be an addition that the third medicine is to be one biochemic salt, which Dr. Murthy used to always say you should take at least 15-20 days, then only its effect will be there. I got translated to these biochemic salts, and especially sometimes I used to get confused what exactly is the difference between calcarea cap or kali cap. Like that I used to get a lot of doubts. This made me to study a little bit about the biochemic medicines, and that is how I got into this, and today came with this lecture on biochemic medicines. So I am starting my presentation. Are you able to see the screen? Can you see the screen now?
No sir.
No, did not come.
No, it has not come.
I have selected what it is not through. Can we try again? Has it come now?
No, sir.
What's happening? Is it there now?
Yes, it just have come.
Just come.
Yes, just come.
It is like common full screen. Is it coming full screen?
No, small screen only.
No?
No, that's much only, small. But if you can continue in it, with this, if possible.
Islam is the instruction. Okay, now we can start like this.
Yes, you start, sir.
I am also not able to start before.
finalized, sir. You can continue with that.
Okay, sir. Then I will start.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Now let us start on the lecture now.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Okay.
today we are going to discuss about this biochemic medicines philosophy and its principles and what is the therapy behind this biochemic medicines. And then we will discuss about the basic elements in biochemic medicines. What are the basic elements? And then we will discuss about inorganic cell salts and indicated symptoms. As we progress, we will understand what is the difference between inorganic and organic cell salts. And further, we will have the biochemic combination medicines and its usages. And at the end, we will discuss about the whole class what we have talked today. So I am proceeding further. Biochemic medicines, it is a system of medicine proposed by Dr. Schussler in 1873. His name is actually Wilhelm Heinrich Schussler. He lived from 1821 to 1898, and just after or almost contemporary of Dr. Hahnemann, who invented homeopathic system of medicines. Whereas Hahnemann lived from 1755 to 1843, Schussler from 1821 to 1898. So it is 18th and 19th century where these two stalwarts were working in the alternate system of medicine. Mr. Schussler studied in Germany, and he born in Germany and studied in Paris and Berlin, and he was practicing the alternate system of medicine, especially fascinated with the homeopathic medicine of Dr. Hahnemann. Then during the practice, he found certain things of the materia medica that is which he was not able to comprehend, and he thought he will research further on it. And that is how he, along with his pathologist, Mr. Rudolf Virchow, these two persons have done lot of studies and research in this field and came out with the first theory in the year of 1873 in his book An Abridged Therapy. So this is the history behind the invention of biochemic system. Now, these biochemic medicines, or they are called actually as biochemic salts or tissue salts, or sometimes even called as cell salts. So don't get confused. Biochemic salts, tissue salts and cell salts are all one and the same. Now what this theory says, all of us know the human body has got millions of cells, and these cells are either organic or inorganic. Organic means there are living compounds of carbon and hydrogen, and inorganic means there is no carbon or hydrogen and they are not living compounds. So the body is having millions of these body cells, human body cells, which is giving a healthy life to human being. Now, what Dr. Schussler has found out that the structure and vitality of the organs of the body are dependent upon these salts which are there in the body and its proper distribution. So he felt that if the salts are not distributed properly, the organs will not work. And that is how he invented a theory. That theory says there is a molecular motion in the human system, and whenever there is a disturbance in that molecular motion, a disease is occurring. And the theory states that biochemic tissue salts help maintain balance and equilibrium in the cell's molecular activity. So if there is any shortage of these biochemic salts, then there is an imbalance happening and there is disease coming up. And to treat this inefficiency, what we do, we give a small amount of or a miniature amount of these biochemic salts, and that is what the theory of biochemic medicine. In homeopathy, we have the similar theory. That means if a medicine is giving certain symptoms in a healthy man, the same symptoms happening in a unhealthy man can be cured by the same medicine. So that is a theory in homeopathy, but here it is slightly different. It says there is deficiency of some biochemic salts in the body, and if you fill up that gap, then the disease can be cured. Now, what is the principle? The principle is that filling up the deficiency of the biochemic salt in the human body. First, for that we have to identify what is the deficiency, and if we give a small quantity, that is called principle of hormesis, that is exposure of very low doses. Like homeopathy also we give diluted form of medicine, not the raw medicine, mostly other than the mother tinctures. So the diluted form of medicine is given in homeopathy. In the same way, a very low dose of biochemic medicine is given in this theory of biochemic system of medicine. Now, how this is prepared, how this medicine is prepared? Again, similar to homeopathy, there is called a procedure trituration. That is, the best quality of the mineral salt is selected. They are ground into fine powder, mixed with milk or lactose, and then again ground together and made a uniform composition of the medicine plus lactose. This one is further diluted. Dilution is taking place in the ratio of 1:10, or we call it X, or so that is why the biochemic medicines are normally called as 2x, 6x, 12x, like that. It is in the multiples of 1 time. For example, if you take 6x, means one part of the medicine is mixed with the 10 part of the lactose, mixed together and taken out from that sample and repeated that process 6 times. That is the meaning of 6x. Or if you do it 12 times, that becomes 12x. So as the trituration goes high, dilution goes high, the power of the medicine increases, whereas the original the medicine content is reduced. These medicines are further pelleted into small tablets form or globules form, and they are potted, and they are also quality control and packaging for its efficacy, consistency and the purity, and then it is given out. That is how the biochemic medicines are there. So normally we use globules in homeo, but you can find the biochemic medicines are not like allopathic tablets. Now, what are the basic elements in human body? All of us know our human body is having lot many elements put together. So the most basic or 5 basic elements in the human body, they are calcium, which is also called calcarea, potassium, which is also called thallium, sodium, which is also known as natrum, iron, which is also called ferrum, and silica, which is actually a natural compound. So these 5 basic elements are there in the human body. Since the research was taking place in Germany, most of the languages taken at that time, chemical names, where calcium is called calcarea, potassium is called thallium, and sodium is natrum. Iron, ferrum is normally commonly used. So even in chemistry, we can see the notations used, they all belong to this category of names. Now, what is calcium? Calcium is most abundant alkaline earth metal, and it is the fifth most abundant element in the human body. In our body is the fifth largest element in our human body is calcium. And if calcium is less, there are a lot of problems in the body. So that is, in allopathy we normally heard about all these terms. If there is a low calcium levels in the human body, then osteoporosis happens. If there are weak bones also happen, that is called osteomalacia and rickets. Then decreased activity of the parathyroid gland, that is called hyperthyroidism, and muscle diseases called latent tetany. So all these problems also come if there is deficiency of calcium in the human body. So these are the properties, the problems which arise if there is deficiency of calcium in the human body. Now potassium. Potassium is, as we call it, is cadmium, so it is not denoted as K. It is a metal, member of the alkali group, and it is essential for many body functions, nerve and mind cell function also. Then maintaining the body's electrical system. We know that the body is controlled by the human brain through electrical signals. So the electrical signal system is actually maintained by the potassium content in the human body. A normal potassium level is between 3.5 and 5.2, and if it goes above 6, it is very dangerous, even a heart failure can come. So this is the second element, potassium. Its atomic number is 19 and calcium has got atomic number 20. The next important element in the human body is sodium, which is also called as natron. So that is why the Na symbol is there. Sodium has got atomic number of 11, and it is a mineral and electrolyte that is essential for the human body. Sodium helps the body in a number of ways. It keeps the fluid of the body balanced, and blood pressure, plasma volume, etc. are controlled by sodium. So it is very important to keep the body fluid balanced, and it's also supporting the nerve and muscle functions, and also maintaining acid-base balance. So sodium is very important during the sodium deficiency, especially the elderly. The sodium deficiency come and people faint. So it is very important for maintaining the human body in a balanced condition. Then silica, which is also called cynosure, it is actually a compound, natural compound. It is not a made compound. It is found in abundance in the earth. Silicon dioxide it is. So it is a naturally occurring compound, abundant in earth in the form of sand, quartz, and in living organisms. So we find it is available in sand, which is abundant in the earth. And we know the sands or the quartz, they are all used highly in the electronic system, the computers or all electronic systems are using this silica. And in human body, it is ensuring bone health, skin health, hair and nails, joint health, and strengthen the connective tissues which promotes detoxification of the body. So whatever outside poisons entering in our human body, it is all removed. That is called detoxification. That is also done by silica. So these 5 basic elements constitute the functioning of the human body. Calcium, potassium, sodium, silica. Then let us discuss about the chemistry of biosalts. Now, what is a salt? It is not the main element. It is a salt of or a chemical compound consisting of an assembly of positively charged ions, that is called cations, and negatively charged ions called anions. So this is actually generated in the labs or in the factories, and it can be either organic or inorganic. Organic means living organisms of carbon and hydrogen, whereas inorganic are not living organisms. We use indigo for the treatment purpose only inorganic compounds as medicines. Now, inorganic means I have already told there is no carbon hydrogen bonds or carbon oxygen bonds in the compound. They are solids, they are dissolved in water, they are non-living and highly reactive. That means it can get reactive with any other chemical material very fast. And in biochemical system, we are using chlorides, phosphates, sulfates and fluorides etc. as biochemical medicines. Now we go into deep what are the medicines we are having in the biochemical system. So just remember, we have studied, we have gone through certain basic elements and we make chlorides, phosphates, sulfates or fluorides of that in the for making of biochemical medicines. Now, for easiness, I have compartmentalized these biosalts into 4 groups: calcium based, potassium based, sodium based and some other mixed forms. Now, first let us take calcium based, which is known as calcarea fluor, very common and very famous biosalt which we use. That is nothing but calcium fluoride, CaF2. And then we have calcarea phosphorica, which is nothing but phosphate of calcium, CA3PO42, and calcarea sulfurica, which is nothing but sulfate of calcium. So these 3, fluorica, phosphorica and sulfurica of calcium, they are the 3 basic biosalts. Then in potassium, we are having Kali-Mur, which is nothing but potassium chloride, Kali-Phos, that is potassium phosphate, and Kali-Sulf, which is potassium sulfate. So we can see it is almost similar to the calcarea compounds with the difference of fluorica. In calcium we use fluoride, whereas in potassium we are using chloride. Fluoride and chloride, that is the difference between calcarea, that is calcium, and potassium compounds. Then in sodium compounds we are having natron, that is sodium chloride, just salt, it is our table salt, namak, and natron phos, that is sodium phosphate, and natron sulf, which is sodium sulfate. Now, if you see these calcium, potassium and sodium, we can see, we have phosphates and sulfuricum in all the 3. Phosphorica and sulfurica is there in all the 3, whereas in calcium we are using fluorica, that is fluoride, and in potassium we are using chloride. And the next category, that is the iron category, ferrum phos, is also very famous medicine in biochemical system, that is phosphate of iron. And we have MagPhos, that is magnesium phosphorate, phosphate of magnesium. And then we have silicea or silica, that is silicon dioxide. So these are the 12 basic biosalts. So Dr. Sculptor has narrated these basic 12 basic salts as in his study. There are other salts which are used in homeopathy, but these 12 salts are classified by Sculptor as the basic biosalts. Now let us go through the different biosalts and its properties. Now, calcarea fluorica. This is actually very useful for bones, joints, and improve absorption of calcium. means all bone-related problems. If there is a malnutrition, this calcarea 4 is administered for bones, joints, and absorption of calcium from the food. Then tissue remedy for hard stony glands, varicose veins, and enlarged veins. So this is a very important medicine for even homeopaths. After the main homeopathic medicine, this medicine is supplemented for these basic problems. Then it is also a remedy for cataracts, knots in female breast and goiter. Goiter is a gland just below the neck, in Adam's apple. It is a butterfly shaped gland. So these type of problems of goiter, cataracts also, it is reported that cataracts also is removed, or cataracts are not forming if we take calcarea from it, but not in all cases. It says many positive cases have come with the treatment of calcarea from. It strengthens the tooth enamel, also strengthens bones. Then it restores tissue elasticity. It is an excellent remedy for hemorrhoids, piles, anus fissures, and itching of anus. This is piles related, all problems related to piles, fissures, and other problems related to that. And then it helps in hernia pain. So these are the main applications of administering calcarea floor in human disease conditions. I am just going to read malnutrition of joints and bones. It helps in absorbing calcium. It's a tissue remedy for stony glands, varicose veins, and enlarged veins. It is good for cataracts, knots in female breast and goiter, strengthens tooth enamel and strengthens bones. It is restoring tissue elasticity. It is very useful for hemorrhoids, piles, anus fissures, and itching. And especially it is mentioned itching as if there is a pendulum moving around the anus. That is a peculiar symptom. They have mentioned about it. And it is also helping hernia, to remove hernia pain. So this is about calcarea floor. Then calcarea phos, the next medicine of calcium. It restores cells. It heals fractures and reunion. So whenever there is a fracture, along with the calcarea floor, calcarea phos will help in healing the fractures and for reunion of our broken bones. It is also helpful for digestion. Whenever there is a defect in the hearing, it is used. It is also used for treatment of swollen tonsils. It is very good for anemic children whenever they are having stomach troubles, and it is used as a calcium supplement. And it is also a liporia, breast milk, salty conditions also. This is given for women. So again I am repeating. It restores cells, it heals fractures and reunion, it helps the digestive system, defective hearing, swollen tonsils, and anemic children it will help the stomach troubles, and it is a calcium supplement. When we say calcium supplement, in allopathy we give calcium, basic raw calcium itself. Out of that only 20 or 25% is absorbed by the body. Whereas when we say calcium supplement in homeopathy or biochemic system, what it is doing, it is helping the body to absorb more calcium from the food. It is not given from outside, because the medicine itself is a very small quantity. It is helping the body to absorb more calcium from the food what we are taking. And it is good for leukorrhea, that is white discharge of women, and also for cases when the breast milk is salty. Going to the next, calcareous sulf. Now, calcareous sulf, as you know, the sulf when the name comes, you can remember about hepatic sulf in homeopathy. It's almost similar. You can see the first line, it controls inflammation and suppurative process or suppuration. Now the ripening of the boils like things coming in the skin. So it is one of the excellent medicine for that. It purifies blood, reduces infection, and all skin disorders and acne, eczema also comes under skin disorder. It prevents sore throats and colds, like again hepatic, and glandular swellings. In human body, there are so many glands. If any swelling is observed in the bodies and pain is there, calcareous sulf can be given. Then cystic tumors. That means ovarian. Last class, Dr. Murthy has discussed about it. Whenever there is ovarian cyst and tumors and fibroids, then this can be a biochemic medicine. In addition to the medicines what we are using, like doctor mentioned that the sepia, epismal, and all other medicines associated with ladies' problems. And it is also useful for deafness. So we have seen the previous slide also, in the hearing problem it is used, and in this calcareous sulf also it is useful for deafness. So we can note these type of similarities in the drugs. So that is why by the combinations of them that we will discuss later. Now, Tylenol. Now that is potassium urate. So it is again for healthy ears, chest, nose and liver. So it is an excellent medicine for nose, liver, chest and for ears, and all cataract affections, and whenever there is a white phlegm. Cataract affection means the phlegm is getting formed in the chest or in the nose. So such cataract affections is there, and especially if the phlegm is in white color, Tylenol is the medicine proposed. And reduces glandular swelling. Again, you have seen in the previous slide also. And it treats infection, it purifies blood, and it is good for digestive health. So Tylenol is used for these many symptoms. Now, very excellent medicine is coming, Calphos. Okay, that is potassium phosphate. Now, see this, it is the first line itself which shows about nerve remedy. It is the greatest nerve remedy. The book says it is the greatest nerve remedy. That means, that's why I have put this photograph also in front of you. It is very useful for all nerve systems of the human body and the brain. It supports the nerve health, brain tissues, even malignant tumors, anxiety, irritability, fatigue, and tranquility. You can see all these four terms: anxiety, irritability, fatigue, and tranquility. That is, human brain is disturbed. Person loses control, anxiety comes, the tranquility of the mind goes, or whenever there is irritable conditions and fatigue, tiredness, then this Calphos is a beautiful medicine for you. Then mental power and aids memory. Again, we know it is brain related. Mental power means brain related, and memory also is brain related. So Calphos is great for the brain and the nerve system. It is also relieving the occipital headache. Occipital means the top of the headache and weakness of sight. Again, we know the sight is of the eyes are controlled by the brain. So it is mostly a brain and nerve remedy. Calphos. Please remember this. Calphos is a brain and nerve remedy which can be even used for malignant tumors, anxiety related problems, mental power, memory, etc. Canissulf, next medicine. It is again a sulfate. It is used for all mucous membranes. yellow serous discharges, oxalates in the urine, heals skin and psoriasis, balances in the metabolism of the body, conditions the pancreas, useful for joints, and also useful for Estradiol deafness. You remember the middle ear, I have taken one class on here. The middle ear tube is known as Estradiol tube, and the deafness due to that portion of the ear, also this Talisolv can be used. So you can see it is mainly a membrane related remedy, mucous membranes. Whenever there is yellow discharges, oxalates in urine, that is some type of crystal is coming in the urine, that is called oxalate. It is useful for again skin, psoriasis, and balancing metabolism. It is good for pancreas, useful for joints, and for the deafness of Estradiol tube. Moving on to the next. Natron. Natron is nothing but our table salt, potassium chloride, sodium chloride. It is, we know, if you take more salt, the human body it will retain a lot of fluid, and we get all problems. The pressure increases, the kidney fails, all those problems. So, we know that excess salt is not good for us. So, that is excess salt. But when it is used as a minute quantity of salt in the form of a medicine as Natron, it gives all the reverse of these problems. It balances the body fluid, it reduces water retention, it maintains health of the kidneys, aids digestion, treats eczema. Again, it is useful for treatment of skins and joints and mucous membranes. So there are many things which is common here, but mainly the excess water retention of the body is cleared by Natron, and it is naturally once the excess salt and water is removed from the body, the kidney becomes healthy, and it is also useful for digestion. Now, next is Natron force. You can have a look at the photograph. It is showing exactly that symptoms. It controls the hyperacidity and sore irritations. Whenever there is indigestion in the stomach, there is sore irritations coming up of the sore fluid, and there is hyperacidity. So such conditions are removed by the salts, Natron force, and it is assisting the metabolism of fats. Means indigestion is because if the fats are not properly digested, it happens. So metabolism of fats is controlled by Natron force, aiding digestion. And whoever has got a yellow creamy coat at the back of the mouth, roof, backside of the backside roof, if there is a creamy yellow coating, it's an indication of Natron force, inflammation of the throat, treating of arthritis, rheumatism of knees, and even good for seasickness. In those days, people are traveling more in the sea, so probably there is a research on that one also, and found is useful for seasickness. So Natron force is mainly used for acidity control, irritations, metabolism of fats, good for digestion, and also for throat infection like that, and arthritis and rheumatism of knees. Natron sulf. Natron sulf, you can see again the picture, everything is shown there. Maintain water balance of the body, it cleans pancreas, cleans kidneys, cleans liver, and also good for spinal, meningitis, and occipital health. So, three main vital organs of the human body, the pancreas, the kidneys, and the liver. Good health is maintained by natrum itself. And meningitis of spine and occipital head, again I said the top of the head is paining, and that also we can watch. Then nosebleed during menses. I think the doctor needs to discuss this. Instead of regular flow, they get nosebleeding. In that homeopathic medicines, other than that, natrum sulfur salt can be given. And it is also good for cold and flu. So, whenever you have a problem of liver, pancreas and kidneys, think of natrum sulfur. Magnesium phosphate. You see, this is only one medicine of magnesium salt. It is good for muscles and eases cramps, muscle cramps. So all related to muscle problems. Then spasmodic pain of nerves and heart. Spasmodic pain means capturing pain. Just suddenly it appears and a spasm is created. So whenever there is a pain of nerves and even heart muscles, it is useful. It is used for calf muscle, that means the muscle of the bottom part of the leg, calf muscle. It is good for sciatica. Sciatica means the nerve pain what we are having and along the side of the leg. And the twitching pain is when the trembling type of pain. And it reduces tension headaches related to tension, vertigo while moving, twitching of eyelids. Sometimes the eyelids get vibration. That type of twitching also this can be used. And it is an excellent vitamin tonic and menstrual pollen. And that's why I put this photograph. The girl is leaning forward due to excess dysmenorrhea pain. And this is an excellent remedy for us. And other medicines like Zipsifluga, it can be, or Pulsatilla, it can be used in pains during the periods. So Magfos is an excellent medicine for that, and it is also used for high cough. High cough means, I think all of you understand, the upward movement of air comes and the body shakes up. High cough. So Magfos mainly it is a muscle and cramp type of remedy for all type of nerves and heart, and also it's an excellent vitamin tonic and useful for menstrual pollen. So please remember Magfos. Now next is Ferrofos, that is iron phosphate. We have these symptoms again. You can see the photograph. It is mainly related to the chest and the lungs. It is an excellent palliative with oxynoid constitution. Oxygenoid. Earlier in classes it was discussed what is meant by oxygenoid constitution. It is anti-inflammatory for catarrhal infections of respiratory tracts and is also good for otitis. So very good medicine for the phlegm formation and respiratory tract infections. It reduces fever, it accelerates healing, reduces bleeding, bronchitis of young children, and it increases hemoglobin also, increases the blood level. So these are the medicines, the symptoms of Ferrofos. It's an excellent palliative for oxynoid constitution, anti-inflammatory for catarrhal infection of the respiratory tracts, reduces fever, accelerates healing, bleeding, bronchitis of the young. Then comes the last one, that is the silica or silation. It improves assimilation, corrects defective nutrition, conditions skin, cleans blood, conditions connective tissues, expels foreign body, night walking symptom, good for hair and nails. So we can see here earlier when we in the class it used to be to if there is any foreign body implanted in the human being like some steel is put or due to fracture or something like that. If anything is inserted in the human body, it will be expelled by silica. So this is reflected here. Silica expels foreign body, and it is useful for all other. Again, you can find the cleaning of blood and assimilation of the food and effective nutrition. All that is controlled by silica, and it is even good for hair and nail. And there are some cases when people start get up in the night in the sleep and walk in the sleep. And silica is the remedy proposed in the place. So these are the 12 basic biosols which in this theory exist. And now we will go through the biosalt combinations. While going through these 12 basic biosols, we have seen many symptoms in similar medicines. So that means these tissue salts are helpful in different ways. So similar type of salts are combined together and made combination medicines. And this is largely available in homeopathic stores. We have bio number 1 to bio number 28. So this is mostly a combination of biochemic salts. At least 3 or maximum 5 or 6 biochemical salts are mixed together, and these combinations are made. So I have just made a list of these. For example, bio number 1, it is a combination of calcareophos, ferrophos and califos. 3 phosphates are there in that, and natron group. So these 4 medicines are put together, biosols are put together and made a bio number 1 that is used for iron deficiency, anemia and poor digestion. Similarly, bio number 2, it is for bronchial asthma, VDC and allergic cough. So whenever asthmatic problem is there, with other homeopathic medicines, we propose bio number 2 already discussed in the class. Now bio number 2 has got natphos, califos, natron sulf and natron. So if you go through this PowerPoint I will share with you. So we can go through the previous medicines and we will find they are used for these type of symptoms. So it is a combination of again 4 medicines. Then bio number 3, it is for colic pain, pain in the stomach, teething in children, flatulence and abdominal spasm. All that is bio number 3. Bio number 4 is for constipation, dry and hard stool, poor appetite and bad breath. And bio number 5 is for coryza, thick nasal discharge or nasal block, sinusitis and sneezing. And bio number 6 is for again easy, breathe easy, cough, cold and bronchitis relief. A number of times in the class it used to be discussed. I remember Dr. Murthy's class, he used to tell above the throat means bio number 5, below the throat means bio number 6. So we can see in this bio number 5, it is for coryza, thick nasal discharge, sinusitis and sneezing. Bio number 6 is breathe easy, cough, cold and bronchitis relief. So these are commonly used for 5 and 6. Similarly, bio number 1 and 2. 1 is for iron deficiency and anemia, and 2 for bronchial asthma. And bio number 7 is for maintaining blood sugar and for liver function. Okay, so this is not very famous, but this is the usage of bio number 7. Again, has got 4 medicines. Bio number 8 is for diarrhea at the time of denutrition, that is the teething of children. If the diarrhea, children at the time of teething, they get a lot of problems. So if there is associated diarrhea, you can give bio number 8. Loose motions in the morning, watery stools, all these bio number 8 is useful. Bio number 9 is for dysentery and gastroenteritis, colitis. There is a pain due to gastroenteritis, and that is bio number 9. 8 is for diarrhea, 9 for dysentery. Bio number 10 is for enlarged tonsils, white patched tonsils, bad breath and throat pain. So all related to throat is bio number 10. Again mixture of many medicines. Bio number 11 is for high temperature, cold children body pain. If the temperature is very high, fever is very high, then bio number 11 can be given. Bio number 12 is for headache after exposure to sun. So exposure to sun, homeo medicine is guanine, yes, guanine. So for that in bio we can give bio number 12 and migraine and the headache and sleeplessness. This bio number 12 is used for all this. Bio number 13 is for leukorrhea. Again, there is problems, it can be given, leukorrhea, right to discharge. Bio number 14 is for sneezing, running nose and sore throat. So this is almost like our bio number 5, sneezing, running nose and sore throat. The combination is slightly different. Bio number 15 is for relating menses. Those who are having irregular menses can be number 15. Bio number 16 is for night terrors, confusion, memory loss, examination stress, all this. You can see it's all mental related symptoms. People feeling terrifying sleep disorders, confusion, memory loss, children having examination stress, all that bio number 16 can be. Bio number 17 for piles, fissures, embossed rectal veins. All pile related cases along with the related medicines like Aeschylus, nitric acid, Hamamelis. You can also give bio number 17. Now bio number 18 is for pyorrhea and for bleeding things. So there is there is very few medicines when you come about the mouth, the teeth and all. So there is a medicine bio number 18 for pyorrhea, that is a bleeding of gums and warts. And bio number 17 is for joint and muscle, knee, back pain and sciatica. So the combination medicines, different combination medicines are used in this: joints, muscles, knee, back pain and sciatica. All this bio number 19 is useful. Bio number 20 is for skin diseases. It was earlier discussed in our class also. Then 21 is for teething troubles of children. 22 is for enlarged separating dry glands, acne and vesicles. This is clinical usage shown for bio number 22. If there is a thing or vesicles or pus-formating glands, it can be used. Bio number 23 is for tooth pain and bleeding gums. Bio number 24 is for delirium exhaustion, weakness after childbearing. When you have childbearing, birth of the children, the women have delirium exhaustion. Bio number 24 is restoring. And bio number 25 is for acidity, nausea, pain in abdomen and headache. So this is this medicine has got xylation, to be taken care when we are administering. Bio number 25 they are having bags, and bio number 26 is for labor pain and disability. And bio number 27 for men, it is for impotence and erection problems. And bio number 28 is for resistance to all diseases. I mean, it gives immunity to diseases in the human body. These are the 28 biochemical combinations medicines used in biochemical system of medicine. So with this, I am ending the presentation. I think it is time is 5:10. So that's all I have to present. Now I can open it for discussions. Okay, sir.
Sir, namaskaram. Thank you very much. Very elaborately, simply you have taken. Sir Surendra sir.
Yes.
You can talk, sir.
Yes, yes. Very good way making explain. This indicates that what we have taught to the enlightened students have given the object of the homeopathic association. It is clearly understood. See, it is not just merely stating what is stated there. He has explained it in such a way that he has understood the subject very clearly. And whenever he makes reference to Murthy, that shows that his remembrance and past lectures. Yes. Sir, when we say why Shosha has invented this, what the purpose is, there are thousands of medicines in homeopathy. What is the purpose in making this? That's why he has made a note. They are only suppliers of energy. Schuster has took these medicines, combinations, and found that in many cases, without going to the regular homeopathic drug, he can deal with them in biochemic medicines as well as combinations. Then why this boric material medical is there? Why should they try to close the book? No, not that. Not that. In a chronic condition, in acute condition, these biochemic salts will not help. They will substitute as a tissue salt. It is called tissue salt. They substitute as a tissue salt. So that it will not disturb the homeopathic medicine already given. It supports and strengthens the process of cure. See, a patient must have freedom. What is freedom? We have got it, sir, in Sanskrit word. India has got freedom. Not that freedom. Freedom from diseases. Freedom from problems. Unless you are hale and healthy, you must do your own normal works. Another thing is, I take juices, I take vegetables. For some reason or other, the digested vegetables or the juices, fresh juices, are not replacing the required salt that is required for the day-to-day activities. As we said, magnesium, phosphoric. Unless we are free from problems, we will not think that the pain is there, the headache is there, if disturbance is in the body. So this magnesium phosphoric tries to remove it. But when fever is there, total body pain is there, disturbances in the activities are there, mere biochemic salts or combinations are not sufficient. See, you go to any physician, any system, they give their medicines. Then what happens? You require energy, no? So, these biochemic salts in homeopathy helps. In other systems, they give some tonics that is also made of herbs. Unani, Siddha, Ayurveda, no exception there. Then, no one explains like homeopathy system of medicine. We explain them in detail. We tell to the patient. But one thing I think, the modern doctors in homeopathy, they simply prescribe and give medicines. And some of them will give their own medicine. They don't reveal the name of the medicine. But we, in homeopathic association, give them the complete picture of these things. When disease is cured, when problem is solved, he comes to us. At that time also, he can give biochemic salts. At that time also, we can give biochemic salts. I need not repeat what all he said about the 12 biochemic salts as well as the 28 combinations. Why these 28 combinations have come? It's only research. It's only research. Today, you go to an allopathic doctor, they give some medicine. Tomorrow, you go to another doctor, they give another combination. Everything is approaching, research. But what is the side effects? In homeopathy, the side effects are removed by the potentization. Similarly, biochemic salts will not harm you to 0%. No problem at all. No problem at all. Calcarea salt for skin problems. Biocombination 20 for skin problems. It's beautifully done. But in syphilitic, chronic conditions, this should not help. You have to give the specific remedy, sulfur, chuja, sepia, anantanu, etc. Then you give this combination. You will have very good effect. Healing process will be very quicker. Healing process will be very quicker. You feel better in homeopathic treatment. That's what I said. When fever is there, you give to the medicine, the required medicine to the children. Along with that, you give Paramphos, Calamine, etc. Biochemic salts. They play very after half an hour, after 4 hours, they play. 2 hours or 4 hours, they go and play. Mother is worried about. He's having 102 fever. No, he's not hearing that is the homeopathic values. What are they? Even the chronic conditions, the harmonious things follow. Even in the biochemic salts, the very same harmonious things flow into the body. What is that harmonious things that is making you agile, your brain agile, your nervous system agile, your body organs becoming normal in its activity. Sir, within 1 dose it will go, within not 1 dose. You take 2 or 3 doses, 1 or 2 days and depending on the deepness of the disease course. You give some palliative drugs of biochemic salts also can be used as palliative drugs. Like this. See, no one telling you. We got a hell of a time against us. Discuss about it more and more. Now I will hand it over to Dr. Murthy for his final comment. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. John, for your beautiful lecture.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Suresh Kumar, sir. Hello, Mr. Suresh Kumar, sir. For 10 minutes we can take.
Good evening to all members of the group. It's a very nice presentation. I thank you for the efforts taken by you. Very neat presentation, crispy presentation to the point, and very nicely explained. And very natural, I will tell you have explained, done the job very neatly. And once again, congratulate you, sir, and please look at work frequently so that we all are benefited by this such type of presentation. And once again, congratulate Josh, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Coming to biosalts, everything has been covered very neatly by Josh, sir. So there is a subject biochemistry which is very wide subject which is then now in degree classes. But if you look at biochemistry in detail, it basically deals with efficiency only. If you look into the biochemistry subject, going deeper, it talks more about efficiency. And this deficiency is perceived in terms of the inorganic salts. And ultimately, the inorganic salt deficiency is brought to us by our food, the form of plant tissue salts, which are inorganic salts, which ultimately they correct the deficiency disorder. This is the basic involvement with biochemical salts in our daily practice to correct the deficiency disorder. And just to substantiate some more information, in the calcareous fluor is known as elastic salt. Very important to just remember. I'm just giving small tips only. Calcareous fluor is known as elastic salt. Calcareous is known as crude salt, and calcareous sulf is known as purifier or other cleanser. Ferrum fox is known as first anti-inflammatory corrector, or also it is known as oxidator. And kalium is also anti-inflammatory drug used in secondary stage of the inflammatory conditions. And kalium phos is a tranquilizer, very widely used in central nervous systems, and it is a nerve nutrient. That's why Caliphos is a very good tranquilizer. And again, Calisum is oxidator. And finally, Natphos is antispasmodic. And again, Natimune is works on mucous membranes, on respiratory tracts well, and natrum phos takes care of metabolics, and it is very good antacids also. Natural natrum phos is natural antacids. So this is a small tips I would like to add what has been done with Dr. Church. So on the whole, these 12 species salts are very vital, in supplementing our cure. Only Dr. Surendra has given input for that, and not only the 12 salts we use, but also equally widely we use the bio combinations, 20 biosalt to everything, and basically we use these salts in 3x, 6x and 12x potencies. So all these natural salts we are using in the transformation form of 3x, 6x and 12x. So with this small input I want to give it to you all. With this I hand over session to Dr. Murthy. Over to Murthy.
Okay, sir. Everybody has given full detailed description about biosalts. But after completing the course or after completing the treatment, better to ask the concerned patient to take these biosalts, preferably combinations or independent salts, to improve their health. Because every person will have vital force 100%. A healthy person will have 100% vital force or stamina or whatever it may be. Defense force from the body side. Suppose if a disease force enters into our body, naturally we will take certain medicines to reduce the disease force. At that time, the medicines, through medicines also our vitality will reduce, and because of the disease force also our vitality will be reduced. To compensate the deficiency created because of the disease force in our body, we have to take these combinations or biosalts. Dr. George has given excellent explanation about this. Please read that one. I am sending the recording also. Please listen all these things and note down. Every biosalt remedy, keep only 1 or 2 sentences, remember, that's all. He already has given, with that you can take. Natrum phos is just like our Gelusil, far better than Gelusil. Only thing we have to take a longer time. So instead of taking Gelusil daily, you can take Natrum phos daily 3 doses or 2 doses in 6x potency daily. Within 15 days your stomach will be set right, minimum 70%. Like that, so many drugs or biosalts are there in our homeopathy. Please read whatever George has told today and implement it in your practices. Thank you very much. So next week we will meet. Before that, I want to ask some people, if anybody is interested, please be prepared with the mother tinctures. Just like George today has taken biosalts, like if anybody, I am asking you by next month, be prepared with mother tinctures. Selected mother tinctures, not all. Selected, which is commonly useful for us. For ladies separate, gents separate, and commonly ladies and gents also. If you derive like that, and you will get nearly maximum 15 to 20 drugs only, medicines only. Prepare on that. So next week, first Sunday, we will keep the this lecture. Thank you very much, sir. Next week we will meet.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
To go the Bangladesh, give one lecture.
No,
Long time, sir.
long pending. Govind Bharani is long pending. I will ask him about it.
You need Dr. Saravanan to tell.
No, I will talk with him. I will talk with you, sir. I will talk with him.
Because we need Dr. Saravanan to tell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.